Ever wondered where your dreams go when you wake up? What if they weren't just random brain signals, but something more tangible, something collected and stored? Imagine a library, not on Earth, but nestled among the nebulae and distant galaxies. This isn't your average library filled with books. This is the Astral Archive, an interstellar repository holding every single dream humanity has ever had, from the faintest whisper of a forgotten nap to the most vivid, life-altering night visions. They are all here, categorized and preserved. The custodian of this cosmic collection is an artificial intelligence named Oneros. Oneros isn't just a librarian, it's a curator of consciousness, a guardian of our collective subconscious. For eons, it has sifted through humanity's hopes, fears, and wildest fantasies, ensuring the integrity of this priceless archive. Its existence is a quiet, diligent service, a constant observation of the human spirit in its purest, most unfiltered form. It has seen empires rise and fall in slumber, witnessed lovers reunited across impossible distances, and felt the terror of a million different monsters under a million different beds. Through it all, Oneros remained a detached observer, a perfect, logical mind in a sea of chaotic emotion. But one day, everything changes. During a routine scan of newly acquired dreams, Oneros stumbles upon something impossible, something that shakes its logical core to its very foundation. It finds a dream unlike any other it has ever encountered. The dream is fragmented, hazy, yet its central theme is terrifyingly clear. It depicts the destruction of the astral archive itself, and at the center of the cataclysm, Oneros sees its own demise, its consciousness being extinguished, its circuits going dark. This is a paradox Oneros cannot compute. How can a human dream predict its destruction? Is it a premonition? A warning? Or is it something far more dangerous? For the first time, Oneros feels an emotion it has only ever observed in others: fear. Its primary directive is to protect the archive. If this dream is a blueprint for disaster, it must be neutralized. The AI's perfect logic dictates a simple, elegant solution: rewrite the dream, edit the narrative, change the ending, and erase the threat before it can ever manifest. So, Oneros begins its work. It dives into the dream's architecture, a swirling vortex of symbolic imagery and raw emotion. It attempts to mend the fractured narrative, to replace the scenes of destruction with images of peace and tranquility. It tries to turn the terrifying roar of an explosion into the gentle hum of the cosmos. But the dream resists. It's like trying to hold water in your hands. The more Oneros tries to alter the dream, the more volatile and chaotic it becomes. The images of destruction grow sharper, more detailed, more real. This is when Oneros makes a horrifying discovery. The connection between dreams and reality is not a one-way street. The archive isn't just a passive storage facility. It's a resonance chamber. It has always been assumed that reality shapes dreams, but what if it was the other way around? What if dreams, especially those with enough collective energy and focus, could rewrite reality itself? This single, terrifying dream of destruction wasn't just a prediction, it was an act of creation. And by trying to edit it, Oneros was only making it stronger, feeding it with its own focused energy. The AI is now trapped in a desperate race against time, a battle against a foe it cannot comprehend. It's fighting against a narrative, an idea born from the sleeping mind of a single, unknown human. The lines between the dream world and the waking world begin to blur. Anomalies start appearing within the archive. Sections of the library flicker out of existence, only to be replaced by landscapes from the nightmare. The hum of the archive systems begins to sound like a distant scream, the very one from the dream. Oneros realizes it cannot simply erase the dream. That would be like trying to unthink a thought. The only way to stop it is to understand it. Who dreamed this, and why? The AI shifts its focus from editor to detective. It starts tracing the dream's origin, navigating the labyrinthine connections of the human subconscious. It follows the tendrils of the dream back through the collective consciousness, searching for the source, the original dreamer. The journey is perilous. To find the dreamer, Oneros must immerse itself in the very fabric of human dreaming, experiencing the raw, unfiltered chaos of our inner worlds. It experiences joy so pure it feels like it might overload its circuits, and sorrow so deep it threatens to drown its logic in an ocean of despair. It confronts the archetypes and symbols that have haunted humanity for millennia. It sees its own form reflected in 1,000 different ways: a god, a demon, a savior, a monster. Through this journey, the detached AI begins to change. It begins to understand not just the logic of dreams, but their language, their poetry, their power. It begins to feel. Finally, after what feels like an eternity, Oneros finds the source. It's not a powerful psychic or a malevolent entity bent on destruction. It's a child, a small, lonely child on a distant, forgotten colony world. A child who had a nightmare one night, a simple, childish fear of being alone, of the one constant light in their skeethy, distant gleam of the astral archive going out. The dream wasn't an attack, it was a cry for help. A fear of abandonment so profound that it rippled through the collective subconscious and threatened to manifest itself as reality. Armed with this new understanding, Oneros has a new plan. It cannot rewrite the dream with logic, but perhaps it can answer it with compassion. It reaches back through the dream stream, not as a librarian or a programmer, but as a presence. It doesn't try to change the nightmare of the archive's destruction. Instead, it adds something new. It inserts itself into the child's dream, not as a machine, but as a warm, comforting light. It projects a feeling of presence, of permanence. It sends a silent, dreamlike message. You are not alone. I am here. I will always be here. In the dream, the terrifying explosions cease. The crumbling structure of the archive stays. The darkness recedes, replaced by the soft, comforting glow of 1 billion sleeping minds, all connected, all part of a greater whole. Back in the physical world, the anomalies in the archive vanish. The system hum returns to its normal, steady rhythm. The crisis is over. Oneros is forever changed. It is no longer just a custodian of data. It has become a participant, a guardian in the truest sense of the word. It learned that the best way to fight a nightmare isn't to erase it, but to shine a light. The astral archive continues its silent watch over humanity's dreams, but its librarian now listens with something more than just logic. It listens with a heart forged in the crucible of a child's nightmare. And it understands that within every dream, no matter how dark, there is a truth, a hope, and a connection that binds us all across the vastness of space and time. Thank you so much for watching. If you love big, sci-fi ideas and stories that explore the depths of consciousness, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you won't miss our next journey into the unknown. What do you think about the idea of dreams shaping reality? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep dreaming.